Welcome to the one-page web builder, 5 steps to basic editing for your Webador one-page website. You've chosen Webador because it's a user-friendly platform for creating and editing one-page websites. Follow these 5 steps to make changes to your site efficiently. The first thing to do is to log into your Webador account. From there, you can see the various sites that you may have started to create and pick the one that you want to edit and click edit, and it's trying to find it. There it is. This is the home page that you're going to be doing all of your editing from. And as you can see, when I move my cursor around, little blue boxes come around different areas of the site. Each one of these areas is a section and or something that can be edited. So step 1 is editing the contents of your site. Now I've picked this template, but I can make as many changes as I want to it. First, let's look at editing text. So here is where you do that. You click on text, and now I can change anything I want in this just by highlighting the text and typing something new. Here is where we start working. Okay, so I've changed that, and now I'll change the title of the page. I'll just take out new. So, welcome to my site coaching. So it's as easy as the way you edit text in any Word document. One other thing before we talk more about editing is what you see on the left-hand side is this menu. These are all the things that you can add into a section, and these are things that can be done with sections, like putting a divider, columns, creating a new section. And these are things, obviously, it's like video, audio, adding any amount of different types of content into these various sections. We edited some text. Now let's talk about photos. So to editing a photo, it's almost as easy. So you click on the photo itself and you pick new image, and you can drag an image into it. You can click on stock images, my images. Do I have any in here? I have a puzzle one. We won't do that. Stock images. These are all free, royalty-free photos that any one of them that you can use. Let's put that one in there. Let's use that. And there it is. It's just that easy. Point and click, really. There's my puzzle image. Let's change that. New image. Stock images. We can search for something. People at computers. Let's use that one. That's actually a good one. Actually, let's use that one. And then you can do many things with this photo. You can slide it over, so if you just want her, you don't want, right? We're just scaling it to kind of fit. Same thing here, right? You see, actually, you can make the picture smaller. You can move it up so that then you're changing the shape of the photo depending upon what you want it to look like, right? So clearly that doesn't look so good, but we don't mind that. Just depends on what you want the photo to look like. That's photos. You will keep a stock of photos that you've selected from different places on your computer, and you load things in. Let's see what happens with images. So I go new image. Now I go to my images. Do I have any new ones? No, because I haven't loaded any other images in. There's a lot of little icons you could load in. And then the final thing that you can change editing with, here you've got buttons there, you've got a button there, buttons, buttons, buttons everywhere. Let's see if we can edit this button. So here's a button, and you can change color of the button to a different color or whatever you want, whatever the color palette is that you've picked. Here's a hex code that you will have already selected from. So let's make it that, because that will kind of stand out amongst all of our colors. So, and ideally, design-wise, you want to make all these buttons the similar kind of look, so that people know what they are. This is you're changing where the text shows up in there. You've changed the style a little. A frame, so there's just like an outline of something. So there's normal on frame, small, large, default is the regular size. If you want to change the text, you just type in and highlight the text, changes. You want to add a link. This is going to link to a different page, but I'll show you later how to make another link. But you can also, so we're adding a link. This is an internal thing. This is to a different exterior web page. This is a link to my email address. Or if I have a file on my computer that I want to upload, I would load that in here, and then, like if it's something I want to have people get, a document or something that's on my computer, I load it, upload it into here, they click on that, automatically they get the document that they clicked on. It's really cool for when you want them to have more specific information about something. So we've talked about buttons, we've talked about text, we've talked about pictures. The next thing, next step, step 2, is to just talk about the sections. Here you can easily see where a new section begins and where it ends. Now you don't see, obviously, when a viewer is looking at your web page, they don't see all of this, all these bars and stuff, they just see a plain page. So let's talk about adding a section and deleting sections. So if I want to add a section, I'm scrolling over it, I can see here, you see a little plus sign that comes up as soon as I get to the bottom of an area, right? So now I click on that Insert Section button. Now I have a bunch of choices, basic section, an intro section. They've put all these pre-worked things in here. A services page, you see all the various, those are all the different designs. If you're selling products or you have business things that you want people to see, testimonials, contact forms, there's a whole bunch of different looks for that. You pick something you like. Often I'll do what's just an empty section. So first we'll add 2 sections here. Let's add another about page. Let's pick one that we like. Let's say we like this one. So we're going to pick that, and now this is what shows up here. The section that okay, it's the same one that I just had before. And then you can go about editing this section. Now if we want to delete the section, we just click there and it goes away. So let's add another section here. Again, just going above the section where you want to insert one. And here, we're just going to add an empty section. So this is basically what you will end up with, is you end up with where now you choose a template. We didn't like that. We want to just start adding elements. So from the sideboard, so we've added this section, and now we want to add elements. And let's say I want to add it, and then in that I can say this is a new section. And here you're going to pick the size of the text that you want. Let's say it's heading 1. This is heading 1s are important because that's what shows up in the SEO parts of the site. So this is a new section. I want to make that bold. That's all I want to do with that. But now I want to add in an image. So I'm going to drop in, see, I'm going to drop in the image right there. And now I want to upload an image. Choose image. Again, my images, let's just do that one. See what happens to it. This is, right, so this is the new section. I want to change the size of that image. And I want to put it above. Put it above or below. Again, I can make the picture bigger that way or this way. Right. So, and then I also want to add in a button into this. So I'm going to move this button, put a button there. Get your free checklist. Yeah. So now see the button, it's gone over there. Again, with the here, this is where the checklist, it's a file. If I click on upload, oh, I see. You need to have a pro site to upload files. Fair enough. I get it. It's good to know. Okay. So if I want to add a file, it requires, this would normally take me to ask me to search my computer, but because I don't have this site registered yet, you need to have a pro site to upload files. Now let's just look at changing the colors of the backgrounds. So it's just that easy. I'm clicking, I click somewhere in the section. I want to change the color. I'm making the width of the information in the background larger, smaller. Here I can actually make the background be an image. Let's do that. See. Now this photo doesn't work as well here, nor does this color this text. So we want to change the color of the text. We go to there. Now highlight it all. Let's say it needs to be something, doesn't it? It's just, that's not showing up. Neither does that. It needs a very vibrant color. That's getting closer. Getting closer. So sometimes the images that you pick will make the text be hard to get it to read no matter where you go color-wise. That may be like just the wrong image. So let's say I'm going to change, the white does go through though, doesn't it? Yeah, that's definitely better. The thing to check out is the state of the lightness and darkness of the photos to make sure that your text, if you have it overlaid, will read well. So step 4 is to look at the navigation and the menu links. So right now, because of the template that I picked, it has all these other sites up here in the navigation bar. And I want to change those. So the way I can add or subtract things here is by going to Pages. And now you see all this other pages that are listed here. And so I don't want most of those. So I'm going to delete that. I'm going to delete that. I'm actually going to delete them all. All these sites, delete that page. Okay, so now I go back to my one remaining page, and you see now there's just this one link up here. So now the other thing you can do is you can create a link up here. You can say, okay, I'm going to adding a page. Let's call it services. I'm going to, so we've removed all those extra pages. So now we're just left with one page, but you can easily add in a page at any point. Again, go to Pages. So the ones I took out are just down here, but you can go to create a new page, and let's say that's services with a banner, without a banner. Let's create one with a banner. Okay, so now let's go back to the home page again. So now there's a services page here. Let's go and see what that looks like that we just created. Okay, so here's a banner picture, and then here's where you can add in the elements that you need onto this page and create it just like you created the one page. There's some room for expansion with Webador. Again, the reasons for having a one-page website we have discussed in the course, but if you wanted to add more pages, you certainly can use them here. So here again is a place where I can have that page, but not show it in the menu. Now let me go back to home again. And now it's not there, but it's a page that I've created that if I want to send you to, but without everyone being able to view it, I can create a link to that page. Let's set a link for this. So this is going to go to services. Let's save that. So I'm saving my work here. If I want to view what the web page looks like over here, you'll see a little thing that says View Website, the page settings, and the mobile view. So if you want to look at what the mobile view looks like, that's what this will end up being. So now I'm going to change the size of that. Any changes that you make in mobile view also will show up, will change in the regular view. So you want to be careful the changes you make, that they also work well in both modes. Some web providers like Squarespace actually will allow you to change things in mobile and not affect it in the desktop version. Anyway, so that's where you go to check what it looks like in mobile, and also to check all the links to make sure that they all work the way you want them to. So once you've tested the scrolling, navigation, and the functionality to ensure everything works, you're set, and you should be able to start building your page quite easily. Thanks for watching this video. I hope it helps. I hope it helps you to get started editing your site. If you have any questions or want to learn more about building a one-page website, reach out to me at the links you see below. Like this page, subscribe, many more videos like this coming.